The Atheris hispida. This bush viper has very rough scales. They're covered in very long scales, which make them look all the more scary. They're only found in Central and East Africa. Sightings are incredibly rare, with them most recently being seen in Uganda and Kenya. These snakes are nocturnal hunters, meaning they sleep in the daytime and hunt at night. That way you can't see them sneaking up on you. Their venomous bite is neurotoxic, meaning that their bite really is the kiss of death. That is unless you have their anti-venom, which you may have a tough time tracking down in the jungle.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and Federal Opinion. New subscribers, thanks for joining us. Today, we are looking into the mysterious world of snakes. But hold on, we're not just talking about your average garden variety serpent. We are talking about the world's most incredible and unbelievable snakes that should quite frankly never existed. So don't skip this video, watch to the end and share your thoughts about these snakes at the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Snakes are incredible. Let's watch.
Snakes come in all different colors, shapes, and sizes. From rainbow-colored snakes to snakes that can fly. Let's look at the rarest and most deadly snakes on our planet. First, we have to look at the blue pit viper. Pit vipers are somewhat common, but the blue pit viper is one of the rarest snakes in the world. Pit vipers are almost always green, but some are born with a gene that makes them blue. These beautiful blue pit vipers are only found in a few places. For example, Komodo Island in Indonesia. These snakes may look absolutely stunning, but don't go anywhere near them. Pit vipers are highly venomous, and their bites can be deadly. Bites cause severe pain, numbness, and trouble breathing, before finally ending your life. Pit vipers are also known to sneak up on locals and bite their legs, but it's not worth trying to grab a selfie with a blue pit viper. Next, let's look at the black mamba. Almost all snakes are scary, but the black mamba is without a doubt one of the scariest snake breeds. Black mambas can be massive, reaching up to 16 feet in length. They're mainly found in sub-Saharan Africa. They are insanely venomous, and to make things even scarier, there was no anti-venom cure for these until recently. It used to be the case that if you were bitten by one of these, then you better kiss your life goodbye. But today an anti-venom has been developed. However, these are very rare and hard to get, so don't take your chances if you see one of these out in the wild. Every year people still lose their lives to black mamba snakes, especially in African countries which lack medical care. Black mambas can also go very fast, slithering at a max speed of 12.5 miles per hour. So if you run away from one of these, you'd better go fast. If black mambas feel threatened in any way, they can become very aggressive. It also bites as fast as it slithers. Now let's look at these flying snakes. Oh, what am I talking about? There's no such thing as flying snakes. Okay, these snakes aren't exactly flying, but it sure does look like it. Thankfully, they don't sprout wings and fly off the ground. Instead, these snakes jump from trees and glide through the air, landing on and then killing their prey. Flying snakes are officially named Chrysopelia. They're mainly found in South Asia and Indonesia. They can suck in their belly to make their underneath concave, which allows them to glide majestically through the air, traveling around 300 feet. They also increase their distance by wiggling around in the air. Now we have to look at the golden lancehead. This very rare and deadly snake is only found on one island. That is Snake Island off the coast of Brazil. No snake prey has survived on Snake Island. The only animals there except for the snakes are birds. That's because birds can fly away. But some of the golden lanceheads even bite and kill birds. Golden lancehead venom melts human skin. It then poisons you, causing death in less than an hour. That's the reason why it's illegal to go to Snake Island. The Brazilian Navy guard this island 24/7, making sure no daredevils set foot on this island. Moving on, let's look at the Saharan horned viper. This snake is also known as the devil snake. That's because of its two scary horns on its head. Having horns on snakes is very rare. They don't use these horns as a weapon. Instead, they use it simply for defending their eyes. But don't get it twisted. The Saharan horned viper is a very aggressive serpent. This This snake is mainly found in the Sahara Desert, camouflaging itself perfectly with the sand. They're one of the world's fastest snakes, traveling at 18 miles an hour. They do this by using a technique known as sidewinding, basically throwing their body in repeated S-curves. When their scales rub against each other, it makes a very loud sound. And before you ask, yes, Saharan horned vipers are venomous. So venomous, they can make you go into hypovolemic shock, eventually resulting in death. Now I have to show you the spitting cobra. Judging by its name, you can probably guess why this snake is so scary. It doesn't spit saliva, but instead venom. To make matters worse, they spit this venom into your eyes, causing burning and blindness. They do this whenever they feel threatened, which is a lot. Once you're blinded and paralyzed by their spit, they go in for the bite, injecting venom directly into your bloodstream. Moving along, let's look at this rainbow snake. Rainbows are rare. Double rainbows are even rarer. But the rarest thing is a rainbow snake. They're so rare they were declared extinct a few years back, but they were found once again in 2020. A rainbow snake was spotted in Florida for the first time in 50 years. Sadly, because of habitat loss, they're very endangered, so you may never see one of these in your life. But did you know there's an even rarer type of rainbow snake? Meet my love. My love is a reticulated python. Reticulated pythons aren't rare, but my love has a unique cross of two genes, the motley gene and the golden child gene. These two genes cause her amazing rainbow colors. My love really is one of a kind, and can be found at the Reptile Zoo in California. Moving along, let's look at the Atheris hispida. This bush viper has very rough scales. They're covered in very long scales, which make them look all the more scary. They're only found in Central and East Africa. Sightings are incredibly rare, with the most recently being seen in Uganda and Kenya. These snakes are nocturnal hunters, meaning they sleep in the daytime and hunt at night. That way you can't see them sneaking up on you. Their venomous bite is neurotoxic, meaning that their bite really is the kiss of death. That is unless you have their anti-venom, which you may have a tough time tracking down in the jungle. Moving along, let's look at the Gaboon viper. The Gaboon viper is one of the heaviest and largest vipers. This snake perfectly camouflages within leaves. Its head even looks like one big leaf. But be warned, these snakes have massive fangs. They're so long they actually fold away inside the snake's mouth. They also have two horns on their nose. But how they eat their prey is the scariest part. They bite onto their prey and don't let go until it dies. They then swallow it whole and head first. Gaboon vipers can be found in sub-Saharan Africa. Finally, let's look at the eastern indigo snake. This snake is famous for its amazing color. If you get too close to this snake, it will let off a bad smell. In some cases, these snakes have bitten humans. They're mainly found in the southern United States. They're typically around 5 to 7 feet long, but the longest eastern indigo snake was a whopping 9 feet. It was found in Georgia and picked up by a very brave man. These are actually native to the eastern United States. They're normally around 8 feet in length. They're mostly red or brown, but can also be white or black. Now, for a quick bonus snake, take a look at this video from India. This was filmed on a construction site by a worker. It seems to show a gigantic snake wriggling around. Some believe this is a titanoboa. These massive snakes were about 50 feet long, which is around the size of this snake shown here.